Okay, what is our opening rare? It's a pretty bad one. Oh no, it's a good one. It's a lion sash. It's like the ooze. How is it called? The ooze that exiles creatures from graveyards, but in white, and it can exile. I mean, it gets 1/1 counters for permanent cards it exiles. So it's actually a pretty exciting rare here. There's also a shrine, but I don't think it's one of the better ones, because I don't think that you can mill your opponent out that easily unless you have several shrines, multiple shrines. What does this do? Menace 04. Oh, this is a pretty good one. It makes your opponent sacrifice or discard cards. And later it becomes +X+O, where X is the number of creature cards in defending player's graveyard. Okay. Not sure about this one. I think it's very good in the red-black 1-drop archetype. So what does this do? When it deals combat damage to play, you may put an artifact card with mana value less than or equal to the damage from your hand onto the battlefield. That looks good. There's also a Fur Master, which is a pretty good one. Merge Keeper. Well, maybe it's not even that good. I mean, you can just put something from your hand to the battlefield, and you had to pump it to really make it good. Maybe the Keeper's better, and maybe I should even pick the Fur Master just... Oh, but there's also a Lethal Exploit, which is a fine... I guess it's... And a Kami's Flare? Let's take the Kami's Flare here. I think it's even better than the Exploit. So maybe we are just something like red-white Samurai Warrior stuff. Yeah, let's go with the Kami's Flare here. I mean, it kills both. It kills both of those creatures, so... So this is for 1 mana a 2/1, and it can... It's easier to crew vehicles with it. There's also the Renegade, which is better, I think. Enlightenment could be fine. I think this one is this is a good one. Is it better than the Renegade? I mean, the Renegade also already synergizes with Lion Sash. It's a 2-drop. Ogre could be fine. I haven't played with a Subduer yet, but I have played with the Renegade, and it just overperformed. So let's pick this one. Another Enlightenment. I don't think Salvage is that good, but Companion could be fine. It's better in a deck where you can bounce it back to your hand with a ninjutsu card. But let's see if we can make this one work in our deck. I mean, otherwise there's the Koi, a lot of green cards, like the Trainee is fine. I mean, I don't want to lose the Lion Sash, but Trainee would be the better card here, but not that much better, I think. Kami of Industry. When it enters the battlefield, you can return an artifact card for 3 from the graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste, but then you have to sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. So not that amazing. Yeah, let's take the companion at C. Okay, target creature you control gets +1/+1 against flying until end of turn, and then it becomes a 2/4 with flying. Could be fine. Assault Stroke. Decoy. When it leaves the battlefield, you may pay 2 if you do draw a card. I think this one is better. There are also some fine black cards, like the Ambusher, Infiltrator, Scrounger. Maybe it's a sign that, I mean, white doesn't seem particularly open here. If it's an enchantment creature or legendary creature, put a 1/1 counter on it, and it gets +1/+1. Instead, okay. Yeah, but let's try the Moth here. Okay, the Boar is fine. It's a good card. I think better than the Enlightenment. There's also a Samurai, the 2/3 with Menace. Maybe we can get one of those later. Gift of Wrath is not super exciting. So we are... right now our curve is pretty low, but the Boar will... Well, the Boar costs 6, but still it can at least be a pump spell, I think. The patrol is good. I like the patrol a lot. Energy blade is fine. Another scrounger, sphere, preserver, and an apprentice. The apprentice is pretty good with like modified creature synergies, but this is pretty good with samurai and warrior synergies. Right now we've only this one to go with modified creatures, but I mean play a turn 1 in an apprentice and then a 2 mana 3/3 renegade is pretty good. I really like the apprentice. Well, again, I also like the patrol, so not sure what's right here. Okay, we wheeled. Did we wheel? Yeah, it's pick 8, so I guess we wheeled the subduer. Or is pick 9 the wheel? Well, we will see. No, wait, we didn't have the subduer in our first pick, so I think it's another one here. Companion could also be fine, but I think this is a good one. So there's also a repel the vial. But let's go with the subduer. Another patrol. Steelbreaker, how many artifacts do we have? 2 right now. I think I will go with another patrol. Maybe we can get one of those, how are they called? Those red-white creatures that gives your attacking warriors or samurais +1/+0 for each warrior or samurai you control. Then the patrol would be pretty good. Maybe we can get this card that finds us card when we are attacking with only one creature, the Solitude. Oh wait, Companion. I guess Companion is better than this one. Just gives us some flyers. Okay, the Mechanic. I mean, it's a 1 mana 2/1, so it's not the worst. There's also an Ogre. I think we really try to be a very aggressive deck, and maybe we can find some vehicles to go with the Mechanic here. Trainee wheeled. Interesting. Choose a creature type. I mean, we have so many different creatures. We have 3 foxes. Interesting. So we could choose fox here. Could we pivot into a white-green saga deck? We could, I think. So this puts a lore counter on a saga you control, and you can return a saga or enchantment creature you own to its owner's hand, and that also at instant speed, so you can save all of your enchantment creatures. And then you can return a saga from your graveyard to your hand, which is also pretty good in case the opponent destroys one of your enchantment creatures that have been a saga before. So there's also a Earth, which I would love to pick here. Maybe we can even like splash the Kami's Flare, but let's pick the rare here. Whoa, okay, now we found a Mirror Breaker, so maybe we're back to white-red here. This is just a great rare. There's also a Sling. Exemplar is not very good. Another Companion. So the rest of the pack is not that amazing. But also not for green. There's only that Merge Keeper. Yeah, we are definitely going to pick this Mirror Breaker. We even have the Trainee if we want to be green-white. We have... But I think... Man, another great red rare here. So we are... And there's also a Kami's Flare. But yeah, we are going to be red-white here. 1/1 double strike and reconfigure to give one of your creatures double strike. The best about those reconfigure cards is that you can't kill them that easily when they are reconfigured, I mean attached to a creature, because they're not creatures, they're just enchantments. And well, the Kami's Flare, I don't think it's gonna would be amazing. But yeah, so green is out. And other rare. Ari, I think we are gonna rare draft here because those are the only two cards in our color. We could pick the Reliquary and with 3 enchantments, 5 artifacts, so I don't think it would be that amazing. We could pick the Terrarium to potentially splash something, but I don't. We could even splash the Rider, I mean. So let's see. What do we've got here? Yeah, nothing that's worth it playing. Another patrol? I don't want to play 3 of those. Another Reliquary? So, besides those 2 rares we just found, those packs are pretty dry for our colors. Terminal. I mean, if you want to be a super aggressive deck, and we right now have like, this would be our 4th 1-drop, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops, a few 3-drops. We could be a very aggressive deck, so I think the 1-drop here is the right choice. Explosive Entry. Destroy an artifact, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Guess Mentor is better. Mentor puts a 1/1 counter on a creature when it enters the battlefield or dies. So let's go with the Mentor here. Currently we have only 1 4-drop, so I think it's a fine choice. Another patrol, I don't think we want that. I mean, that could be even fine in a super aggressive deck. There's also an Oni cult, and I think I'm gonna pick it here. We don't have to be the aggressive deck, we just could be like a 3-colored deck with some rare bombs. Well, those are not bombs, but they are pretty good. But this one, I mean, we can't even activate it unless we have access to green or blue. So I'm not expecting us to play this. This one is a good one. I like this one a lot. Also the boar. But yeah, I mean, if you have to raise your opponent, you can just attack with one of your creatures to give it lifelink, keep the rest back to block, and you can even sacrifice it to make a creature indestructible, like the boar. We already have another boar and a land. I think the boar is the choice here, just because I'm not even sure if I want to play too many of those lands. I mean, 1 would be fine, I guess even 2, but in a aggressive deck we don't want to start with a tap land, and I think we don't want to draw a tap land later on. When we were young, I don't think that's very good. You need enough enchantments and artifacts to get the lifelink bonus. For 4 mana, +4/+4, But I'm not sure if I don't want to play the Exemplar. I will if I have to. I think the Sling is fine. This could replace one of our patrols. Gives +1/+1 if equipped or attached, and it deals 1 damage when it or equipped creature gets blocked. So let's pick this one. Dragonfly Suit could be fine. It's not the best creature alongside a mechanic because it only has crew 1, but maybe I would play it. I mean, it's a flying creature, and it can attack alone potentially because it has flying. But let's see what we can find in the last pack. I like the deck, but lately I've been crushed by Mythic Planeswalkers. Okay. Soul Transfer is a pretty good card. We are not gonna splash with double black here. What's that? Whenever a Samurai Warrior takes a loan, you may cast target enchantment card from your graveyard this turn. We only have 3 enchantment cards. This one I think is fine. I mean, maybe I shouldn't rare draft at that stage, but let's see. I feel like I'm just gonna lose, and then I at least have 1 more rare in my collection. And I usually don't rare draft if there's a card that makes the deck significantly better, but I don't think this one is. This is a bad one. So in this case, I mean this for example, this is a nice card. Also the skyscraper, I don't know how much. I mean this counts as a modified creature. This is a modified creature. What else? This can modify a creature. But we don't have that much to modify, so I don't think the skyscraper. But the samurai is a good card. I think this is what I was talking about, and I would like to rare draft here. But this is just such a bad card. I mean, to make this work, well, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, there's also, oh, maybe I will, oh, this, I'm not sure if this was the right choice. I timed out there. Another rare, but also another pretty good card. Well, I don't have that many enchantments. Damn. Oh, but this is also pretty good. So you can exile a creature that costs 4, and later you get a 1/3 defender, but it's not very good in the aggressive strategy. This is for 7 mana, a 4/4. I mean, could I? It costs 1 less for each enchantment. Artifacts don't count. Could I find enough enchantments? I guess I found at least one more here. Man, it hurts to pass those rares. But well, what's that? If you discard a card, you may exile that card from your graveyard, and then you can play it this turn. There's a Voltage Surge. Song Shaper. How many? We have 8 artifacts. Is it better than the Voltage Surge? I mean, this is also a good synergy with artifacts. You can sacrifice like the companion, not the token though, because it's not an artifact despite being colorless. And we can like sacrifice the mechanic. So let's try it. Okay, this is a good one. So there are white ninjutsu creatures. So we could like attack with this one and bounce it back to our hand. It's not gonna happen often, I think. But this is a nice card. So maybe we can find some more pump spells. I mean, this could put one 1/1 counter on this one, so it becomes a 3/3 with double strike. It costs more to ninjutsu it in. Interesting. So maybe we can also find a pump spell, or this one here, just to give it +1/+1 and make it a 3/3 double strike. Is it better than the shrine here? It's an other enchantment. I think, what was the card that needs enchantments here? Yeah, this one, the big one. So I should pick, this is also an enchantment. Damn, so I will pick this one just for the value. But I'm not sure if it's the right choice here. Okay, prototype. Cudgels is a fun card. I think Kunai is better. Assault. Right now we have 18 creatures. Maybe it's pretty good here. Maybe we should... Oh, and we have 2 times Boar to go with our double strike creatures, and they gain trample. Yeah, let's pick the assault and see what we can... leave here. Apprentice. I mean, I'm not sure about this one. It's another creature to go with those modified creatures synergies, like the Renegade, but we don't have that many. Which one was the other one? I think we can get rid of the Dragon Suit. And we can play, I think we can play 16 lands. Katana, how many warriors? 3 warriors, 5 samurais. Otherwise it's just to equip for 3. We got the patrol, and let's see. This is a ninja and another fox. How many fox do we 7 foxes? How is it possible? We got a deck with 7 foxes. We are almost fox tribal deck here. That's funny. Oh, the skyscraper wheel. But there's also a war paint. But now we've got some synergies with, well, I don't know. I don't know. Another subduer. I mean, it feels like a good deck, but probably I'm just gonna get crushed here in the games again. So let's see. Okay, 2.7. Are there some 1-drops? I mean, and this one is right now it's just a 2/1 for 1 mana. We don't have any vehicles. Yeah. So many different card types. And 7 foxes. Maybe we don't want to play the companion, the drone here. So let's consider this one to get rid of. Let's consider this one to ditch. A lot of 1-drops. 2 subduers I think are fine. 21 creatures. And those, well, I can at least get rid of one of those. Maybe I'm not supposed to play the Skyblast Samurai. I have now 7 enchantments. Well, it could be fine. And well, without this one, I've only got 6. And then, best case, we have like 2 enchantments, and then it costs 5. Is it the best case though? Or could we even play it for 4? I don't think that this is realistic. Yeah, so maybe we just get rid of the samurai and the paint, and now we've like 2.5. We've slightly more white cards, but it's fine to go equal here. And now we've pretty low curve, and we have both of those boars to pump our double strike creatures and give them trample. We have 2 double strike creatures, which is pretty good. Yeah, let's try this. Patrol the same mana sink if we flood out, which can happen even with 16 lands, but let's just give it a try. Okay, 2 patrols, 2 subduers, but we've white mana, we've red mana. I think it's a keeper. So let's start with a patrol and start pinging him in the air. Uh-oh, it's a good one. It's like Bone Splitter, but as long as a card exiled with and whenever a equipped creature dies, it gets exiled, and if it has like flying or a lot of other abilities, this artifact gives those creatures also those abilities. We drew another 1-drop, which is fine, so we can now go 1-drop, and next turn maybe attack for a lot. This only triggers if we attack with only 1 creature, so okay, a Solitude. That could have been worse, because at least now we can attack with all of our 1-drops. And this one could give like... Oh, and they don't do anything? So let's attack with everything and see what they do. I bet they have some sort of removal spell here. And then we can play the... Wait. Oh, they messed up. Guess I think they meant to play it pre-combat to tap down one of our creatures. And now we can play the Mirror Breaker. Next turn we could discard both of those cards. Is it worth it? Maybe the Moth, because I mean it is pretty good as soon as we can play it. I mean, we can even play it if we take with a shaman here. So I don't think we want to discard anything here. But it's bad because, well, no, it's actually not bad. Let's not discard anything. We're just going to play another subduer. Well, let's take with everything first. They can eat one of our things. And we could only attack with both of those. And they couldn't eat one of our things. They could just trade, or they could just bounce off here. I think it's worth it. They are at 10. We have to keep pressuring them. And we could even play this into this, but then we don't have a creature to follow up next turn to get a 1/1 counter on it. So I think I will just play the subduer. Next turn we can play this to give one of our creatures flying. And they probably are going to make a... Okay, they just equipped this one to make a 3/3 with Vigilance. They could attack, but I would just... okay. So this gains flying. They exile a card, which is a land. Did they play a land yet? They did, so they can't pay 1 to give this to make a 1/1. And I think they're just dead, right? I mean, yeah. I could have played this one to give this flying and attack with everything. Wouldn't have been necessary even. Okay, I think this hand is fine. We definitely need more creatures to go. So this assault will work, but we have a turn 1 play. We have a Kami's Flare to kill something like annoying 2/2 menace creatures. Or this. Or this. I think we are just going to kill it right away. And next turn we can play the Samurai and ping him for 1 in the air and gain 1 life back. Because this is a warrior, so we will trigger the Samurai. And next, in the turn after, we can play the Moth. And slowly but surely we are adding more creatures for the assault to the board. Okay, so now we can even sacrifice a Samurai to save something for what it's worth. We are going to take 1, which is fine. And I think our opponent... Okay, they will ninjutsu something in. That's too bad, because now they gain 3 life, and this makes it pretty hard to one-hit them with our assault. But now we found the Kitsune, so I could like attack with both of those and ninjutsu it in and hit him for 6, but they could like just attack us back and gain 3 again. So maybe I'm just supposed to attack with a patrol and trade here, or I just play it as a 2/2 with double strike, which is a good blocker for this one. I think it would be pretty good to play this after having went with this in on the battlefield, so we can pump up the double strike creature and give it flying. And well, what are we? So I think maybe I'm just supposed to trade here. They are stuck on 2 mana. Yeah, let's try this. And then we ninjutsu this one in. First we have to go after blocks. So ninjutsu in our double striking creature, return our patrol to our hand and hit him for 4. And then I think I will trade with the ambusher, even though it means that we lose a creature for assault and it means that we can't protect. Well, maybe I still should. I mean, what am I gonna do about this stupid ambusher? But if they have some sort of removal spell, we lose just our Samurai and our Kitsune and all of our pressure is gone. That way they at least take like 8 damage a turn, and as soon as we have a 2/4 flying creature, We can block this one just fine, and maybe we can find something else. Yeah, so I'm not gonna block here. And they are gaining so much life, man. But so do we with the samurai, which is pretty good, I think. Okay, well, this is great. Yeah, this would have been definitively the wrong choice here to block. So let's play the moths, pump this one up, and attack for 6 in the air, gain 6 life. Wait. Ah, this is not a samurai. Damn. Well, whatever. Just ignore everything I say. So we take another 3. I think we should. Hopefully we can find something to block that stupid life-linking creature here. I mean, at least we can now tap it down next turn. And we have 2 boars, so we could like make this pretty huge. Oh, so now they are going to sacrifice, okay, their chef to finally find a land here. And let's see what they do. Maybe we will just pump this one up to a 8/8 with double strike and trample. Exile a creature. Oh man, now they can exile my... No, they can't. There's no creature with for 4 mana. This has ninjutsu 4. I guess they messed up here. So did I, because I didn't tap down that creature. But can we kill him now? I mean, we could tap down this one, and then I could attack. They are going to 18, and then I could attack with this, with all of my creatures, and give this one +6, so it would be 8, so it would be 16, 17, 18, 19. So I think we win here. Tap down this one. I didn't miscalculate, right? I mean, I could even play this one. So no calculating anymore. Let's do this. Let's do the assault and attack for enough. Yeah, this one we just won because they were stuck on 2 lands for such a long time, I think. I mean, you never know, but still. Okay, this opening hand is pretty good, I think. I mean, we can play this one on turn 1 and maybe hit him. We are even on the play, so we can hit him for 2, play this one on turn 2, and maybe play this on turn 3 and equip and attack with a 2/1 double strike. We also drew the Lion Sash, which is nice. This is a lizard, so it won't trigger the subduer. Can they destroy it? Is there something in white that can destroy, like, an artifact? The companion? Okay, that's fine. So I don't want to attack with this into this without... Yeah, let's equip it here. Let's play this one first so auto tapper doesn't mess us up, and we equip this one so they can't destroy it that easily, and then we attack with our mechanic. And let's see if they jump. They do. And soon we can play Lion Sash and just start exiling all of the creatures, because there's a card for 3 mana and an instant that can get back a creature and an enchantment. So maybe it would be good to get the Lion Sash online next turn. Also, I could even equip it next turn, so they can't destroy it that easily too, and it would start pumping up my double striking creature. This is so good. I could even, like, sooner or later I could even equip it on the patrol so the flying creature can start smashing in. And we drew the Mirror Breaker. Man, this is going so great. But for now, I think the right choice is... So they played a Keeper, which means that they could play like a 4-drop next turn. I mean a 5-drop. Like a Prancer maybe. Or some mythic Planeswalker, who knows. Let's just play the Lion Sash, and I think I will equip it, reconfigure right away to the patrol. So next turn we can give this one double strike and start exiling permanents from graveyards, pump it up and hit for a lot in the air. Hopefully, I mean the Prancer, for example, which is a 5-drop they could play here, has reach. So this would be a good blocker for the patrol. I mean, at least they would trade, right? So wouldn't be the worst. If we can find another land, we can play Mirror Breaker and equip the blades. Maybe it's not even necessary to equip the blades, because if we do the play I just described, we can't activate the Lion Sash, so it's not even necessary to equip the patrol. Okay, they got the Earth, so this gets a 1/1 counter, is now a modified creature and can tap for 2 mana, so they can still play something for 4. Yeah, and they played the Archer, so this now can... No, wait, I could like equip this one and attack with this, and if they block I will exile one of their permanents from their graveyard, and if not I can still play the Mirror Break. I could also play the Subduer and tap down the creature by attacking only with the warrior. Not sure about that. I don't think that's worth it. So let's attach to target creature you control this one to the patrol. Ah wait, but it's a 1/1. Damn. I didn't think that through. It's a 1/1. I mean, it's a 1/1 with double strike, but it's not really worth it to... Yeah, so let's just play the Subduer here to tap down their Archer. And hit him for basically 2. Oh, do they... Okay, an intervention. Well, that could have been worse. I mean, now my equipments are vulnerable again, but I can equip like the Subduer and attack with a 3/2 double strike and tap something down. This Earth is scary though. But still, the Subduer can tap something down, so if they make one of their creatures too big, we can at least get rid of one of those. I mean, tap down one of those. It seems like they have a removal spell here and they are trying to decide if they could kill like the blades or the sash. That would be too bad. Here's another 1/1 counter. What are you doing? Put those on your creatures. Really? Okay. Okay, in a Saga, so no removal spell. They can make this one bigger and bigger. We won't block and take 4, and next turn we can attack with a pretty big Subduer. So Mentor is also a good draw, but I think it's better to equip here and attack for a lot. It's not even necessary to equip the sash. I mean, I could equip it and exile like the companion, and then it becomes a... Then it hits for 8. Maybe it's worth it. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Because now the sash is vulnerable to creature removal. And I mean, this is just so much pressure. So I attack with this one, tap down. I mean, I could even tap down the archer. Or maybe the keeper, so they can't play anything. I mean, they can't use the but they could just tap it in response and play to like play a, for example, a, how is it called, rebuke. If I tap down the archer, if they want to jump block, they are forced to jump block with their better creature. So we do this. And then we activate the sash. Maybe they have a pump spell. Well, we will activate the sash anyway and exile their companion so they can't get it back. And hit for 8. And next turn we have even the Mentor to make our creatures even stronger, or Subduer even stronger. They got a 5/5 though, but still we can tap it down. Even the 6/6 we can tap down. So let's take 6 here. Trainee, okay. Okay, and we now got a way to give our creature trample. Yeah, so we'll just attack with the Subduer. And I think, yeah, let's tap down the Keeper. They could float mana in response, which is fine. And even if they have the intervention, we can like exile a creature to give it 4 toughness and play channel the boar to give it 5 toughness. So let's channel the boar first. We can even exile the boar too, because this is what we need to give it trample and make it lethal. Okay, for a moment I thought they have a rebuke here. Oh boy, we got the mechanic and the sash, and we got 2 pretty good red cards. So I think I will try it, but it's scary. It's scary. I know this type of hand, opening hand, you're just plains flooding. This is what's gonna happen. I don't think they are gonna block here. Visitors too good. We at least drew another card we can play. And well, if we can't find a red source, we at least can activate like the sash, but we would need like permanent cards in the graveyards for that to be good. If we can trade off the mechanic, for example, that would be a way. Now the gate got a naturalist, so we have to be careful. We can't attack into it. They would just take it and attack us back. But we could play the Subduer. So, and then we can, I mean, if they attack, I would trade, so there at least would be some permanent cards in the graveyards. Yeah, but as I said, you never find the other color source here. That being said, we are doing fine. Yet, the opponent still has a lot of cards, and they have a strong card in play, and they have a card to make their other strong cards, their enchantment cards, even cheaper. It seems like they have some sort of enchantment constructed deck. Well, they didn't play anything, so this might be a intervention. I think I will just attack with both of those. It would be fine if they killed one of my creatures with a intervention. Then at least again I have a permanent card to eat with a sash. So let's see what they can do here. Yeah, intervention. I thought so. Okay. They're not gonna trade, which makes sense. So I think, I mean, I could equip this one, or I could like eat some stuff. I think I will equip it. I mean, they can attack me for 4 then and gain 2 life, but at least this can be removed by creature removal spells, and next turn we can eat creatures from the graveyards, or, well, one creature, and make our flying creature stronger, keep back the mechanic to block their lifelinker. And we, well, if you find land, we will obviously just play Mentor. If you find a red source, we will just, maybe we will take our last chance to kill the visitor here. For now we are taking 6 and the opponent gains 3, and we still can't find a red source, so I think this is just game over. We pass here. I mean, I could have attacked in the air for 2, I think, since I'm not gonna block anyway. But it's, I guess we are just falling too far behind here. Yeah, let's scoop it up. Okay, this hand is fine. We are on the play again. And this time we have both of our colors. So let's play the patrol. Maybe we can find a 2-drop. Another 1-drop is also fine, I guess. And next turn we can play the subduer, and if necessary we can just attack with the patrol. But it doesn't seem to be necessary, so we hit for 3 here and play the subduer. Next turn the Mothis, so we can give it flying. Blade Blesser isn't a problem here. I mean, I would even happily trade it for the mechanics, so I would just play the Mothis. And give this one flying and attack with everything. I mean, this would be like, they are trading their 3-drop with our 1-drop, so this is totally fine. It seems like the aggressive strategy right now is working. They had 11. We have a board presence. They have a lot of cards, but hopefully we can kill them before they can deploy them. Oh, it seems like they have a... Do they have a removal spell for our subduer? Ah, this can bounce, right? Yeah, this is too bad. Ooh, but we found the blades, so now we can attack for 4 in the air, which is great. I mean, it's a little bit sketchy because they could have another ninjutsu creature. They are black-blue, so it's the ninjutsu archetype, and then they could bounce their specialist, get like the value that those ninjas usually have, and then play the specialist again and bounce something again. But I'm willing to take that risk, especially since we've got the blade, we got the boar. They're at 7, we will get the moth. So I think we are doing fine here. And they had to attack, so this would be 1 blocker less. 1 less blocker. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so they kind of turned off our double striking enchantment, which is sad, but not the end of the world. So what am I going to do now? I think I will just get the Mirror Breaker online and play another patrol, take for 1 in the air. We get a token. So the second chapter triggers in our first combat phase, at the beginning of our combat phase, main phase, I mean. So we could like get rid of this. They found a flyer to block. I don't think I want to get rid of anything. And do we play the sling and attack and equip it to the patrol and attack for 4 in the air? Seems good to me. I also could like play the subduer and only attack with the moth, but I think the other line is the more aggressive line, and that's what we want to be here. We want to be aggressive, and I think I will even attack with this one. I mean, they're going to trade with the specialist, but I don't care. Oh, so now we can even channel the boar? Would that be lethal? It would. They have 2 mana up, but I think I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, this worked out. Nice. Oh, this is not lethal. Ah, because I didn't attack with the patrol. Whatever. So, okay, they killed my creature. This is scary. Well, but again, they had 1 and we have the sling, so if this gets blocked, it deals 1 damage. And guess what damage? Oh no, they exiled our mirror breaker thing. Yeah, but still. Yeah, I'm not gonna fall for this again. This is better. And I think I'm just gonna get rid of the assault here, play the Kakazan on turn 1 and then play a 2/2 patrol here. And on turn 3 we can play the mirror breaker. So we are out of gas pretty quickly, but hopefully this can get the job done. If our opponent doesn't have an answer to the mirror breaker, it might get there. Next turn we will get a 2/2 with haste, so we can attack for 4. This one also gives us a 2/2. Let's see if our opponent can play a blocker here. They can, but it's the automaton, so it can only jump. And I still think I should play the mirror breaker here, even though this one would be a 3/3. But I want this saga to flip as soon as possible. Next turn we can even tap something down with patrol. Not the automaton though, because it has ward 2. Even with the treasure token we don't have enough. Maybe they are forced to trade. Let's see if they have another artifact they can deploy here. Oh, next turn I could get rid of the mountain. I think I should get rid of the mountain. Well, we only have 16 lands. So maybe if we draw... Well, but we have the shaman, so we can get at least 1 treasure token if they don't kill it here. The Song Shaper, which is a fine blocker for our 2/2s here. Apprentice. Apprentice pumps up the Renegade, so I guess I will get rid of the mountain and draw another card, which was a good choice. I think so. Let's attack with everything, I think. Yep. So they are probably trading the Song Shaper with our token. But we hit them for 4. And then we can play the Apprentice. The Renegade is a 5/3, and I think I will keep the planes just to bluff something here. So you have to sacrifice. So this is a neat combo. We can copy our Apprentice, and then it gets sacrificed, and we can put those 1/1 counters on something. Like the patrol or flying creature here. Our opponent also has the same colors. Okay, Kami Flare to kill our 5/3, which is unfortunate. They don't attack, so are they planning to block here? Maybe they just wanted to hold back the Apprentice. But we are definitively going to attack, and I will hold the boar. I could get in for 3 more damage. deal 7, put them to 4, but I can also do this next turn, and if we draw a land next turn, we can even play it as a huge, hasty 5-4 trampling threat. We can even copy it. We could. We have to draw a land for that. Our opponent is also stuck on 3 lands, it seems. Oh, do they have a removal spell for our kiki-jiki? Oh man, that's too bad. Oh, we can save it. Yeah, let's save it here. So they didn't sacrifice an artifact. They could have sacrificed automaton, but that would be a pretty huge sacrifice. So what do we do now? I mean, which one? I do copy the apprentice, right? And then I attack for 2 in the air. And for 2 just like that. And I guess there's no point in attacking with the apprentice. And I think I will put the 1/1 counter on kiki-jiki just to make sure it doesn't die to another surge. I mean, well, maybe I shouldn't, because they can kill it anyway by sacrificing the automaton. If they block here... Or maybe I just put the 1/1 counter on the other apprentice. Because they could attack like with their fox next turn and it becomes life. It gets lifelink. Yeah, so... Let's do that. I mean, yeah, let's do that. Because this wouldn't be lethal in that case. In the air, it would just... They would gain 2 life, and... I want rather this one to be able to attack into their creatures too. Ooh, the blades with the automaton. Pretty huge here. A growing double striking threat. That's scary. Now they have a good blocker for our 2/2s on the ground. They could put it on the samurai, which is pretty bad. They could attack here for 4, but I could block, and this would die during first strike, or I mean, yeah, during first strike damage. Oh, okay. Now they can just gain... This is bad. Now they can just gain 5 life here. I still think I should block to hit them in the... No, I shouldn't, right? Because maybe I don't want to attack with this one next turn. Maybe I just want to attack with a copy of something. So I will be able to tap down the samurai. Those other creatures aren't samurais. And also they are not warriors, so they wouldn't gain lifelink. They could go up to... They go up to 8. I also could like... No, I do want to tap this one down. So I think I will just take it. This lifelinker is so mean here. Oh, this one is that's a good one. I mean, I can copy it. It can attack into our opponent. It can tap something down. And no, this is not the one that puts 1/1 counters on something. So I don't think it's worth it. So maybe I will just keep copying the apprentice and tap down their samurai next turn and try to go to do some mean stuff next turn. Because even if they have a removal spell for the patrol, they can't... Look at that. I can even do it at the end of their end step or in their turn. It's at instant speed. So let's do that. I mean, I can even like attack with this one. Make a patrol in their turn. It has haste, so I can tap down what... Yeah, let's do that. And let's hope they don't see that. So I do this. And this is not at sorcery speed, and it's also not only in our turn. So it's attack for 2 in the air. And so maybe they think, great, now we can get in for a big hit with our blades. And pumping up our creature with this one here. And then we copy our patrol and tap down the creature. Yeah, it seems like this is what they do. They could have something like a protection spell. I don't know if there's something. Okay, so they don't. So I will copy the patrol here and tap their samurai. So they won't get any life. And if they attack, I will block with the apprentice. I should have blocked earlier. I now realize to put those counters on the patrol and attack for 4 in the air each turn. That would have been great, but whatever. Okay, another patrol is good here. So let's attack again for 2 in the air. And do the same as before. This one doesn't fly, right? No, it's just a pretty huge creature. It's not a samurai, fortunately. And now, yeah, we exactly have 1 mana to pay for this ability and 4 to pay for this ability. But this doesn't even get that big now. Because this just turned into a creature the first 2 chapters resolved. Can we kill him next turn somehow? Yeah, yes, I think we can. We can just copy one of our patrols and attack for 4 in the air. Okay, they reconfigure the blades. In which case, I think I will just let them attack. They can tap down something, but I can copy like the apprentice and put a 1/1 counter on one of our flyers. Ah no, they can't tap down anything because it's not a warrior. So let's do it like that. Kiki-jiki is so broken. Oh! Goro! This one is also a pretty good one, but now we've got lethal in the air and they can't activate the ability here, so GG. We made it. Okay, we are up against a diamond player and our starting hand is looking not great. Too many lands. We have the turn 1 mechanic. We are not on the play this time. But we don't have a 2-drop. We have a boar though. We can play it. I mean, we have so many lands. We will draw 2 more lands in the meantime. So we probably can play it turn 6. I guess it can work. It can, if we can find like something on the way to our boars to get across the finish line with both of those. And well, we found the mirror breaker and our opponent didn't play anything yet, so we were able to hit for 2. It seems like they are missing a color here, so let's try and take advantage of that. Samurai is fine. Yeah, we attack first. So if they have a removal spell, they would kill our mechanic. Maybe. And now we just play the Fable. So this hand has gotten a lot better. Next turn we could make a treasure and play both of those. Never mind. They have a seismic wave, but our mechanic survived this because it's an artifact creature, which is good. They found their other color here, and now they played a Disciple, which is a good blocker and something to gain some life back. Again, I'm not sure if I want to ditch discard anything. So let's just play the Subduer and not attack, because this is not a warrior, neither a samurai. Next turn we can play our samurai and tap something down. Unless, well, if they attack, I think I should trade here, because I don't want them to gain too much life. And those boars are gonna hit pretty hard, especially with our Mirror Breaker here. Oh, they just played another Disciple. We could kill it by sacrificing the mechanic. Now I really want to draw a 6th land next turn. But yeah, let's play the Samurai so we can protect our kiki-jiki and pass. There's no point in killing the Disciple right now, since we don't have another creature to attack with if we sacrifice the mechanic. Okay, well, this is a nice clean answer for our kiki-jiki. Too bad. We can't sacrifice it, it's not a artifact, so this works. Will they attack? So should I destroy their Disciple? They only have one white source. They've drawn so many mountains. I think I should destroy the Disciple here to be able to get in with a samurai, gain some life, deal some damage, and yes, we drew a land, so let's play our hasty big boys. Unfortunately, this also makes that we can't activate the ability of kiki-jiki. And next turn we can play another boar and again hit really hard. Oh, they got their own boar. Okay. So I think we will just play our boar and sacrifice the samurai to give the boar they block indestructible. Should I attack with the samurai too? No, there's no point. So we deal 6 damage, and now we have 2 lethal threats. Even if they play another boar, we will kill him. That was brutal. Okay, let's see if we can get this last round. So far, the deck performed nice, I think. I mean, we got lucky too. I think we won 2 matches because our opponents had problems with their mana base, but on the other hand, we also lost one of those matches for the same reason. What do we think about that? We have the companion to go with the search. Oh, we got again the mirror breaker. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, we don't have anything to modify something, so the renegade would be great. Oh, this might be worth it to kill with search right away. But let's see what they do. If we, I mean, I could even discard Let's see how many lands we are going to draw, and then we can discard, loot away some of those lands with our Mirror Breaker, potentially. They kind of whiffed. This is not a card you should play on turn 2 if you can avoid it. Yeah, let's kill the battery. I think it's a good target. Submit 0. Oh, do they have another 1-drop? Okay, the chef. And now we drew the Kakasan. Interesting. I mean, I could now play like the Kakasan and play the companion next turn to give it a 1/1/1 counter. So the Renegade would get +2/+0, but still I think I just hope for another creature card here. More lands we can discard to the second chapter of Mirror Breaker. So we take 1 from the chef. It seems like they are the red-black 1-drop deck. Oh, do they have a ninjutsu creature? The Silencer. Well, I don't really care if they kill my companion here. And I don't think they will. But the companion is a pretty good blocker for the Silencer here. Yeah, so many lands. Luckily we have the Mirror Breaker, and now we just have to pray that they don't have a removal spell for the Saga here. I mean, even if this deals damage, it can only kill players or creatures or planeswalkers. Do they have a combat trick? No, they don't. Why would they trade that? Smelter can sacrifice artifacts to make 3/1s. Another land. Yeah, let's get rid of those lands here. Phew. And still more lands, but we got the Moths. So I think we will play this one now. Give this creature flying and attack and make a treasure token so we can play Kekazan. And play a Renegade with a 1/1 counter. It would be better to put the 1/1 counter on another creature because it gets only +2/+0 for other modified creatures. But we kind of got unlucky with all those lands here. Even after discarding 2 mountains to this card here. Okay, they made a 3/1 and attack for 6. Patrol is not bad. So it doesn't matter in which order we put this. So we give this again +3/+3. And now I can play Patrol first and then play the Renegade, so it becomes a 3/3, which is a good blocker for all of those creatures. I could attack for 3 in the air. Should I leave this back as a blocker? I mean, if I play this and this, I have like blocker for everything except their 3/1 construct. But we can take another 3, and the next turn we have the 2/4 flying creature which is a pretty good blocker for their 3/1. And we even get a 3/3 haste, so I think we should pressure them a little bit more. So now we play... Maybe I'm just supposed to play the Renegade so it gets the 1/1 counter here. Yeah, I don't need a 3/3. I would rather have the 2/4 here. Play the Patrol. Next turn we can even start using our mana to tap stuff down. The Smelter would be pretty good with the kiki-jiki token. So you can sacrifice all those treasure tokens. This one is also pretty good with the kiki-jiki token. So now they are just sacrificing their 3/3 to get a little bit of value. Oh, did they find a... Damn, too bad. So they found an answer for our kiki-jiki. Well, you cannot have everything, I guess. So now how do we attack? I think we can attack... We don't have to tap anything down, so I think we can attack with... No, wait. Maybe I should leave this back. Just to tap potentially something down. Maybe not. I mean, what could they play? They could play like the boar. I think I will leave it back. We are at 11, so we have to be a little bit careful. This is not an artifact creature, it's an artificer. They can sacrifice the chef to itself to draw a card. And then we play the apprentice and keep this mountain in our hand. Oh, this was a mistake. Well, I guess they blocked the renegade anyways, but this could have attacked for 4 here. Okay, cool, we got there. 7-0. No, 7-1, I guess. Pretty cool.